Today we will learn absorption of carbohydrates after completing digestion of carbohydrates. So today's topic of discussion is absorption of carbohydrates. Absorption of carbohydrates. So we had discussed earlier that there are three sides of digestion of carbohydrate. First is our mouth, second is stomach, and third is small intestine. So here absorption of carbohydrates begins with the site small intestine. Small intestine. Small intestine. Glucose is transported from lumen of small intestine to epithelial cells of small intestine. So glucose is now transported into epithelial cells of small intestine from lumen of small intestine. And here through facilitated diffusion, and you know well the diffusion is based on concentration gradient. So through facilitated diffusion it is now transported into portal vein, and through enterohepatic circulation it now enters into liver, because enterohepatic circulation stabilizes a relationship directly between liver and small intestine. So now from portal vein this glucose reaches up to liver, and some reaches into blood circulation, systemic blood circulation. It is clear? Now from blood circulation it reaches into various tissues and muscles. So this is the way of distribution. Portal vein, then liver, through blood circulation it enters inside muscles and other tissues. Now we will discuss one by one. So what happened or what is happening inside liver? As let us assume that it is liver. So here glucose comes from hepatic vein, and this glucose is converted into glycogen. As you know that muscle and liver are two important sites for glycogen storage. So here glucose converts into glycogen, and this glycogen converts into amino acids and triglycerides. So this is clear. Next, blood circulation. Glucose enters into systemic blood circulation. And from blood circulation it goes into or it comes in muscles and other tissues. Now we have to understand about the fate of glucose or about absorption of carbohydrates. So what is happening in this blood circulation? In blood circulation, glucose comes in blood or mixed with blood. This glucose goes into muscles and other tissues. Now what happens inside muscles? So as we know that muscle is the storage of glycogen also. So some glucose converts into glycogen. Some glucose converts into glycogen, and some glucose is utilized, and this utilized glucose forms pyruvic acid, by glycolysis. And now this pyruvic acid, on the basis of oxygen, when it gets oxygen or in aerobic condition, it goes through Krebs cycle, and ingredients of Krebs cycle is acetyl coenzyme A. So acetyl coenzyme A is formed. Pyruvic acid in aerobic conditions, it converts into acetyl coenzyme A through various enzymatic actions, and this acetyl coenzyme A becomes ingredients or precursor of Krebs cycle, or acts as an initiator of Krebs cycle. So going through Krebs cycle, now it converts into CO2 plus H2O and energy. CO2 plus H2O plus energy. Now this CO2 goes into systemic blood circulation and through lungs. Now through lungs, this CO2 is exhaled. Exhalation of this CO2 occurs through lungs or in case of respiration. So this is the fate of glucose or absorption of glucose inside muscles. One is in the form of glycogen, other is Krebs cycle. With the help of Krebs cycle, it is converted into CO2, H2O or energy with the initiator acetyl coenzyme A, which was the aerobic product of pyruvic oxidation of pyruvic acid. Now this CO2 comes inside blood or mixed with blood, and through lungs, now exhalation of CO2 occurs. And next, which is left, is tissues other than muscles. So we describe it here. Tissues. So one is muscles. It is clear to you in what happens with carbohydrates inside liver, inside systemic blood circulation, and inside muscles. Now the last point is about absorption of glucose in other tissues. In other tissues, and this glucose comes from systemic blood circulation or from blood. So now this glucose, in the presence of oxygen, it is oxidized and forms CO2 and H2O. CO2 and H2O, and this CO2 again exhaled by lungs through respiration, and with the mixing with the mixing of this CO2 into blood, the respiration comes into action and exhalation of CO2 occurs. So this is about glucose in other tissues. The fate of glucose or absorption of glucose inside other tissues other than muscles. So what happened here? Utilized glucose in aerobic condition, it forms pyruvic acid previously, and in aerobic condition it forms acetyl coenzyme, and in case of anaerobic condition this pyruvic acid gives rise to lactic acid. And now this lactic acid goes inside liver. This lactic acid goes inside liver, and it converts into glycogen. That's why liver is the important storage organ for glycogen, and in muscles you can say amount of glucose converts into glycogen. That's why glycogen is found abundantly in muscles and liver. So this is about absorption of carbohydrates. Once you can see it, liver, systemic blood circulation, blood, muscles, and glucose in other tissues. So this is all about the absorption of carbohydrates.